Hello students, myself Prasmita, and today in this class we are going to talk the basics of Python programming and data science. So here in the first unit we are having the introduction to Python. In this we are going to learn the history, features of Python, data types, operators, input and output and control statements, and also we are going to learn about strings, creating strings and basic operations on strings, string testing methods, list, dictionaries and tuples. This is all about first unit syllabus. Now let us start. What is Python programming and how it was developed? Coming to the history, actually a language called ABC is called the successor of Python. Actually, the person who developed this Python language was Guido van Rossum. In the late 80s and early 90s at National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science, which is located at Netherlands, developed this. Actually, he wanted to do, he started this as a hobby and he wanted to do some good project in the Christmas time, but he was helped in developing ABC language and he has seen the issues that has arrived with ABC language development. So what he did was very intellectually, he took all the good features of ABC language and he has taken the syntax of ABC language and he developed a new language by fixing all the problems of the ABC language. Now, when he wants to give a name to this new invention, his new invention, he put the name Python by watching the TV show, BBC TV show, The Monty Python's Flying Circus. Actually, Guido van Rossum wants a very unique, very short and mysterious word as a name for his new invention. So that's why the name Python came to this language. So actually, for quite some time, he used to work for Google. Later, he worked for Dropbox, and he retired after. He retired in the month of October in 2020. Later, he felt that he is getting bored being sitting at home. So again, he joined Microsoft developing team and he wants to do Python for better utilization. Now let us see the Python applications. The most common and important application areas are, you can use them in desktop applications, web applications, database applications, network programming, games, data analysis applications, machine learning, developing artificial intelligence applications and IoT. If you understand, now even that Google and YouTube uses Python coding internally. Now let us see the features. The first one is easy to code. Actually, Python is a high-level programming language and it is very easy to learn. And compared to other languages like C, C# and JavaScript and Java, its code is very simple. And it is also a developer-friendly language. And it is free and open source. That means the Python language is freely available at the official website and you can download it from www.python.org. It is open source. That means the source code is also available to the public. So we can download it and use it as well as share it. And the third feature is object-oriented language. One of the key features of Python is object-oriented programming, and Python supports object-oriented language and the concept of classes, objects and encapsulation, etc. And fourth one is GUI programming support. Graphical user interfaces can be made using a module such as PyQt5, PyQt4, WXPython or TK in Python. PyQt5 is the most popular option for creating graphical apps with Python. High-level language is the next feature of Python programming. So Python is a high-level language. When we write the programs in Python, we do not need to remember the system's architecture. Neither we need to manage the memory. And Python is an extensible language. We can write some Python code into C or C++ language, and also we can compile that code in C or C++. And it is a portable language. Portability means once you have written the code in Python, you can run that code anywhere, like in Windows operating system, Linux, Unix, Mac, Macintosh system or any other system without any modifications. Python is integrated language. That means you can combine this Python language with C and C++, etc. It is an interpreted language. We know what is an interpreter. Interpreter will read line by line, and if there are any errors, it will immediately display. So Python is an interpreted language because Python code is executed line by line at a time, and there is no need to compile the Python code, and this makes it easy to debug our codes. So the source code of Python is converted into an immediate form called bytecode. Python has a large standard library which provides a very rich set of modules and functions, so no need to write own code for every single thing. So there are many libraries present in Python for such as regular expressions, unit testing, web browsers, etc. Python is a dynamically typed language, means the integer double a long data type for a variable is decided at the runtime. You don't need to declare them in your program. This feature we do not need to this is a very special feature, that's why it is called as dynamically typed language. Now, what are the Python data types? What is a data type? Data types are classification or categorization of data items. Data types specify the type of the value that you are going to store in the memory. Python supports the following built-in data types: scalar type, sequence type, mapping type, set type, mutable and immutable types. That's it. And in this video we have learned the basics and the history of Python language, the features of Python language, and I have given a small introduction about the data types available in Python. In my next video lecture, I am going to tell you about data types of Python. Thanks to you all. Thank you, one and all. Take care.